neurological system is on alert in fight or flight mode. Andrea Schneider, a licensed clinical social worker in private practice in San Dimas, California, tells Bustle via email. Engaging in activities that lower that physiological adrenal surge from trauma can literally be life-changing, Schneider says. When survivors are able to reprocess and release the traumas, Schneider says, recovery and healing become possible. In addition to helping with physical recovery from trauma, self-care also helps survivors encompass the spiritual, physical, social, and emotional facets of healing. It's one of the pillars of recovery, Schneider further notes. Developing good self-care habits can be a deeply empowering experience for trauma survivors. In the aftermath of a traumatic experience, good self-care strategies can make a major difference in how we recover. Here are some examples to consider, according to experts. Number 1, meditation. Shahida Arabi, author of 50 Shades of Narcissism and The Smart Girl's Guide to Self-Care, tells Bustle via email that traumatic events can produce brain changes that interfere with learning, memory, impulse control, and emotional regulation. A meditation practice can help heal the areas of the brain most affected by traumatic experiences, Arabi says, and can become a powerful tool for recovery, especially when combined with other techniques, trauma-focused treatment techniques. Number 2, trauma-sensitive yoga. Arabi says that yoga has also been shown to help re-establish mastery after events that can leave us feeling helpless and paralyzed. According to a study published by the National Institute of Health, yoga has been shown to lessen PTSD symptoms and is a powerful complement to conventional trauma treatments, such as cognitive behavioral therapy and psychotherapy. Mindfulness practices like meditation and trauma-informed yoga classes help us learn to establish a sustained focus on the present moment while also helping us release judgment of our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Number 3, find trauma-informed therapy. Arabi says that the combination of meditation, yoga, and therapy forms a powerful holy trinity of healing for many trauma survivors as they work together to mend these areas of the brain that are most impacted by traumatic experiences. Since trauma can create a disconnect among memories, thoughts, sensations, and emotions, therapy is where we begin to connect the dots and create a more coherent narrative about our experiences. By using mindfulness and therapy to understand our traumatic memories, we can emerge from our trauma symptoms into a period of profound healing and post-traumatic growth, Arabi further notes, meaning that the healing process can not only help us recover, but also thrive post-trauma. Number 4 is sleep. Schneider recommends adopting a good sleep hygiene habits in order to optimize your healing process. Establishing healthy sleep cycles helps alleviate PTSD symptoms like anxiety and depression. Schneider says, if you're coping with trauma-related sleep problems, check in with your doctor or therapist to see what sort of interventions, like melatonin supplements or relaxation exercises, might help. Number 5 is movement. Exercise is a key component to trauma and PTSD recovery, Schneider says, and Very Well Mind notes that trauma-informed exercise programs can help lessen PTSD symptoms overall. I hope that you're having a good time. The key to figuring out the best exercise for your recovery is to personalize the approach. While some forms of exercising will feel empowering, others might be triggering, depending on your personal experiences. Your doctor and your therapist can help you design the approach best for you, as can trauma-sensitive movement coaches and trainers. Number 6 is find safe community and social supports. Arabi stresses that limiting exposure to invalidating or otherwise unsupportive people is important during trauma recovery. Healing is a vulnerable process, so don't be afraid to set boundaries, Arabi says. Feel free to limit or eliminate contact with people who don't respect your feelings or acknowledge the demands of your healing process. Likewise, a trauma recovery support group and supportive friends and loved ones are invaluable resources. Psychology Today also notes that supportive healing relationships, such as those that validate and respect your life experiences, are key components of the recovery path, especially from those healing from childhood trauma. Number 7 is keep a journal. Very Well Mind notes that journaling can be helpful for those dealing with PTSD, and research shows that journaling can help reduce PTSD symptoms while providing a safe outlet for anxiety, anger, and other challenging emotions. The U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs also recommends written narration exposure therapies under the care of a therapist to help process traumatic experiences. Self-care helps protect our physical and mental health when we're under stress, and taking care of ourselves is best we can is non-negotiable in the aftermath of trauma. And remember that there's nothing selfish about self-care, especially when you're feeling the strain of managing trauma and traumatic stress. To place a bit of loving focus on yourself and avail yourself of support and resources that can aid in recovery and build resilience means that you have more to contribute to those you care about in the long run.